Alright guys, I'm gonna jump right into this. I'm about to chop my garlic. I'm just gonna get all my prepping out of the way just so I can have it all ready to go. I like to do a little medium dice. I don't like to do anything smaller than that, but you can definitely choose whatever you like. You can have whatever you like. You can have whatever you like. Hey. Then I'm gonna get into my celery, guys. So I'm gonna chop off the edges. I'm gonna slice it down the middle, and then I'm gonna give it a quick dice. I like to do kind of a small dice on this one. I don't really like too much thickness on my celery. I like celery, but just not too much of it. And then you just repeat the process. Guys, I'm getting into my ginger. So this is the way I peel my ginger. I don't use knives anymore because it's quite dangerous, and I feel like a spoon is a little bit more efficient, so I highly recommend you guys doing this method. And then we're just going to grate it. Trying to think. Yeah, no, that's a grater for sure, because zesters are a little bit smaller. So we're going to grate our ginger, and then we're going to place it right into a little ramekin. That way we can save it for later. Alright, now I'm going to get into chopping my cabbage. I realized that I cut way too much cabbage. I did not use all of it. You might just want to use a quarter of a cabbage. Well, depending on how much noodles you have. And then we're going to get into making the sauce for the Beijing beef. So you need brown sugar, soy sauce, Worcestershire sauce, oyster sauce, Hoisin sauce, 2 times spicy. The 2 times spicy is optional. You do not have to use it. But I really like spicy food, so I use quite a bit of it. And now we're going to get into our breading for our Beijing beef, which is a cup of flour, half a cup of cornstarch, white powder, no, not white powder, I'm sorry, white pepper, there we go, white pepper, paprika, and garlic powder. Now we're going to get into our tempura batter, which is flour, cornstarch, and you're going to hit it up with some soda water. I used way too much soda water at the beginning. I did not mean to do that. You want to get the consistency of pancake batter. So what I did was I added a little bit more of the flour and cornstarch to get that consistency. Alright, now I'm going to be cubing my chicken. Just make sure you chop off the weird edges off and the fat and everything. Yeah, so you want to cube it and then repeat the process for the next chicken breast. So with this flank steak, I did not really realize how thick it was on the other side to the left, but it's totally fine. If you want it thicker, that's fine. If you want it butter fry, that's totally okay. You just want to make sure it's cubed. And then we're about to get into my orange sauce. So with this orange sauce, you didn't see that I added garlic and ginger with olive oil. Just saute it until fragrant, do not burn it. And we're gonna put some ketchup, my Gochujang, which I really love, some brown sugar, some red pepper flakes, and then we're gonna add some chicken broth. And you guys, it was so good. And then also you gotta hit it with some orange extract. So the orange extract gives it that orange flavor. I personally don't feel from Panda Express that the orange chicken tastes like orange. So with this orange extract, it just sets it off. It was so good, guys. Once it gets bubbly, set it to the side. Now we're gonna fry our chicken. So I dipped it into the tempura batter. Just make sure you swim your chicken while you're putting it into the oil, because if you don't, then it's gonna become very greasy. And make sure you don't overcrowd your pot, because it'll all stick together and the breading will come off. I've made that statement before. And then once you're done, let's get it all crunchy. Yes, make sure the outer layer is crunchy, and then place it onto a cooling rack. And then we're gonna assemble our orange chicken, put it into the sauce. I made a mistake by using a grill cast iron skillet, so some of the breading kind of came off a little bit. I would just use a regular pan or a regular cast iron skillet. Trust me, you don't want to do that. You don't want to make the same mistake I did. It still turned out pretty good though. The flavors were all there. And then we're gonna fry our beef. You only want to fry these for about 1 to 2 minutes. Anything further than that is gonna be really crunchy and really chewy. It's not a good look. Place it on your cooling rack and then repeat the process. Now we're gonna get into our Beijing beef sauce. So same pot, garlic, ginger, cooked till fragrant. You're gonna add the sauce mixture that we made earlier. And once it starts to bubble up and caramelize, you're gonna add your beef in there. Once you add your beef, saute it for a little bit, and then you're gonna add your chili flakes and your green onions. Well, not chili flakes, chili peppers. Sorry about that. And then once you're done, place it off to the side as well. And we're gonna get into our chow mein. So I sauteed the celery and the cabbage for about 3 minutes until I saw some char on there. And then I removed it from the skillet. And then I put some oil and garlic, and then I sauteed my noodles until there was some char on there. And then I placed the cabbage and celery mixture back into the noodles, and then I stirred away. And then I also added some oyster sauce and some hoisin sauce, and it turned out so good, guys. I didn't particularly like these noodles that I bought. The grocery store didn't have the noodles that I usually buy, but it still turned out pretty good though. Then after you're done, plate away. You guys, it was so good. I highly recommend this Panda Express recipe. This is my first video filming my cooking and doing overhead filming, which is a challenge in itself. I hope you guys like it, and I will see you guys next week with another cooking video. Bye-bye.